serious. Yet another day, more videos of this freaky flash phenomenon. These lights in parking lots and along highways continue to baffle onlookers as they're walking through parking lots and driving down the road. Speaking of being baffled, we're going to start over here in Baltimore, Maryland. You guys are going to see something extraordinary that was spotted in the daytime sky by Tamara Starks, who took this incredible video, shared it with me. I'm sharing it with you guys. First part of this video has narration. Here we go.
Yeah, what a fool. I know you see it. What is that? Hey, yo, babe, look at this. Babe, it's shape-shifting. Look at this. Oh, my God, it's beautiful. It's gone. No, it's not. It's leaving. Not that at the top. What the hold the fuck? Hey, yo. Wait a minute. Babe, look at this. You see it? Oh, that's the... Ah. You see it, right, babe? Gratitude. Gratitude. Oh, my God. I am so grateful. You see it, babe? You see how I just switched? Wow. That's beautiful. Oh, my God. Oh, look, babe, it's getting darker. It's turning black. You see it, babe? That's beautiful. I am so grateful. Gratitude, Mother Universe. Oh, my God. I'm sending that to MB33.
Wow, what an incredible video coming out of Baltimore, Maryland. And I got to be honest, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, there's a small airplane somewhere out here in the field of view pulling a banner through the daytime sky. But Tamara stayed on these two objects. This is not an airplane pulling a banner. This is some sort of a unusual square. There's no other way to describe it. It's a square that's in the daytime sky. Tamara Stark's video goes back to December 1st of 2024 at 3:21 p.m. There's a look at the first object she saw. That was a bird that went passing by. Here's the second object, and she was right. It did become darker. In the second half of this video, I zoom in, make some modifications, take a closer look at this thing. It appears to have its own propulsion system. There's no plane pulling this thing through the daytime sky. It does indeed change colors. It could be just the angle. I'm not sure, but it's got that familiar boomerang look to it. I've seen boomerangs myself in the nighttime sky, and they're large, just like this right here. This has similarities to a boomerang craft, but there's a lot going on in the center of this thing. There appears to be some sort of a light. It's dim, but it's there. You'll see it in the next segment that I modified ever so slightly. I didn't modify it much. Didn't have to. See what looks like a light there in the center? That's some sort of a craft that has its own propulsion system, and that is not a typical airplane or a helicopter, and it wasn't making any sound. And at the beginning of her incredible video, there were two of these things in the daytime sky. One appeared to be a little bit smaller than this one right here. This thing was huge, and it brings me to the next question. I wonder how many other people saw this thing. This was in broad daylight at 3:20 in the afternoon. Baltimore is a very densely populated area that, by the way, has an excellent football team. But this has nothing to do with football. This is a huge craft that was spotted by Tamara Starks, and again, had to have been seen by other people in broad daylight. And check out that unusual feature on the top of it. See it right there? That thing right there. Almost looks like some sort of a light, maybe an energy source. You can see what looks like something round in the center. I've seen things similar to this, and it had a round feature just like that in the center. Didn't have this thing, but it did have that round feature in the center. I'm not saying it's the same exact thing. What she saw here was something entirely different. It was big, it was very interesting, and again, flying through the daytime skies above Baltimore in broad daylight, going from freaky flying machines to the freaky light flashing phenomenon. It continues. There's something seriously wrong here, guys. I'm getting new video footage from people all across the country. We're starting out here in Amarillo, Texas. Video footage sent in by Buddy from 1/13 of 2025, just around 48 hours ago. He noticed lights flashing in Amarillo, Texas. I'm still working on a map of all the locations that have been shared with me of these mysterious flashing lights. Something is interfering with the flow of electricity to these lights that we see that are flashing on and off randomly. And as you can tell, not all of the lights are being affected, just certain ones. Who's doing that and why? Going from Amarillo, Texas to Carthage, Tennessee. Yet another excellent example of this very mysterious phenomenon by Craig, January 11th, 2025. Look at these things. Super bright pulsing lights. Another big parking lot. Multiple lights in this video. And it makes you wonder how those lights are not being damaged. Great catch by Craig out of Tennessee, going from Tennessee to Canada, up in the Toronto area. Mark Scott, January 11th of 2025, also noticed lights flickering in a parking lot. There was the first one he saw. Here's the second one. You can see the lights flickering on and off, that very familiar flashing on and off for unknown reasons. People are noticing this now, not only in the United States, but in the United Kingdom, now up in Canada. Check it out. Standing right underneath one, looking up at the lights as they're blinking on and off. They shouldn't be doing that. St. Louis, Missouri. Another video out of St. Louis. This video was sent in by Beth from January 12th of 2025. We received a video yesterday from a DoorDasher out of St. Louis, Missouri that experienced this same phenomenon but on a larger scale. Beth, on January 12th, noticed these lights in this area. There appeared to be 3, maybe 4. You can see 1, 2, 3 over here. 4, actually. Then a 5th one over here.
Street in St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri, 8:50 p.m. 3 nights ago. Video number 5 of a series of videos that I put together for you guys. Toledo, Ohio. Here we go. Tania McFall, January 13th, 2025. Look at this. You've got to be kidding me right now. There's too many to even count. This video was taken by her husband as he was walking into work. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 9, maybe more. Flickering on and off for unknown reasons. Going to Taylor, Michigan. Check it out. Lisa, January 12th, 2025. You can tell there was freezing rain or snow occurring at the time she took this video from inside of her car, but you can clearly see what she was recording. Flashing lights. There they are again. Showing up in Taylor, Michigan. Video number 7. Going to Kansas City, Missouri. Video by Nick from January of 2025. Once again, Kansas City, Missouri. Big light in a parking lot. Acting all wild and crazy. Flickering on and off. No other lights are doing it. Just that light right there. And there didn't appear to be any other lights in this video, or at least in this field of view, that were flashing on and off like this one here. Very rapidly. No rhyme or reason to what it's doing. The flow of electricity to that light pole, for whatever reason and how it was being done, was being interfered with. There's some sort of an aircraft, possibly a drone, UFO, something going on. I've often wondered, looking at all these videos of mysterious flashing lights, if there's not something up in the sky that's creating some sort of an anomaly on the ground that's causing these lights to behave like this. Chaz noticed this phenomenon on January 7th, January 11th, out of Blackwell, Oklahoma. Look at this. You can see right there, and then over to the left. Another light pole misbehaving. And a sign. There's a street sign right there that was flashing on and off. Video number 9. Villarica, Georgia. Zach, December 29th of 2025. Multiple lights. This was a huge parking lot. Many lights malfunctioning, for lack of a better term. Flashing on and off. They're not supposed to do this. You guys all know that. I mean, how often do you pull into a large marketplace at night and the parking lot lights are all just kind of dancing. This isn't normal. This is far, far from normal. And as you're going to hear Zach say, who took the video,
this is crazy.
He said, this is crazy. Couldn't agree with you more, Zach. And going from Georgia to Tennessee, video by Seal, yet another large parking lot of flashing lights.
Now, I had seen videos online of this phenomenon of blinking lights happening on electrical grids everywhere. I'm in Hermitage, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville at a Kroger. As you can see, randomly, about maybe 6 in the evening or so, just blinking lights happening. The first time seeing this in person, I've seen it online, a lot on social media, but this is the first time it's happening here. Wow, something really is going on worldwide with the power grid. It's kind of weird, man.
Being called crazy, kind of weird, Junction City, Kentucky. In case you missed it, Brian happened to notice this convenience store. For unknown reasons, the lights turning completely off and then right back on. This occurring at 4:30 in the morning. I mean, how weird is that? You don't see this happening. It's 2025. The power grid shouldn't be behaving like this. What is going on? I mean, people are very captivated by this, obviously. I mean, they're stopping their cars, filming this in action, these lights turning on and off. There was an example of a building, not just lights. Another video by Brian and Evie from the same location. I believe this video was taken on January the 10th, and it looks like the same building doing the same thing. Video number 13. Dry Ridge, Kentucky. Here we go. Tracy driving down the highway at 2:22 in the morning. In case you missed it, this was an eerie setting. The fog was very thick on this night. You can see the freeway lights flickering on and off as she's driving down the highway. And when they turn off, it is pitch black. If it weren't for other cars on the highway, it would have been pitch black out there. How does something like this happen? I mean, seriously, what is going on? And this is occurring in multiple states. I'm still working on the map. I'm retrieving all of the video footage that's been shared with me of this phenomena, and I'm going to make a map showing the wide scale, just how large this is. It expands 2 hemispheres. It's happening over in the United Kingdom, and it's happening in multiple locations here in the United States. And speaking of the United Kingdom, going over to Coventry for a look at some freaky fog. Video footage sent in by Ashley from January 11th, 2025 at 3 p.m. Look at how thick this fog is. And some people are saying that this super dense fog, sometimes that looks like snow, isn't snow, smells like black powder. People are very taken back by the presence of this fog when they see it. There's something unusual about the fog. There's obviously something unusual with the light situation and the grid apparently being affected by something, causing random pockets of lights in various locations to flicker on and off. One of the wildest things I think I've ever seen. Speaking of wild, here's the latest on Comet Atlas. Get a load of those optics. Wow. Swinging around the sun. It looks like it's survived its close approach to the sun, swinging around the sun, and the tail now stretching out many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of miles long. Checking in on the GOES X-ray flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. All quiet for the time being. Not too much activity in the last 72 hours, but that is definitely subject to change. Look at the size of that sunspot turning towards the Earth right now as I do this video. Looking at the power outage situation over here at poweroutage.us, 121,000 customers without power in the state of California. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. Seeing some earthquake activity over here at Parker Peak on the far eastern edge of the caldera. Earthquake activity up here in the northwestern quadrant. Nothing major, but you can see some earthquake activity. Those are the red lines you see on these seismographs. The dark blue represents magma intrusion. I would expect a little bit of activity at a supervolcano. After all, it's a supervolcano. But there is something going on over here, especially in the northwestern quadrant. That's the location of the 1959 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at mrmbb333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says Have a Large Video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.